This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Batman: The Telltale Series. In the last episode, we stopped we sort of stopped Catwoman and a group of vigilantes from robbing the office, and then we went to a dinner party where we didn't help our friend Harvey get hobnobbed with criminal scum like Carmine Falcone, because what a jerk. Hey, Jared Emerson, who does all the music for, or at least he's the head musician for all Telltale's games. But anyway, episode 1, Realm of Shadows. Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry, really quick, just to, yes, ruin the scene. Let me turn down the, is that a video? Yeah, let me turn down the brightness slightly. Maybe that'll, I mean, I still can't barely see that image that's supposed to be there, but I want to see if that helps with the look of it, so maybe it sets a bit better. That looks a lot better.
Another brutal week in Gotham, folks. A string of home invasions rippled through the city's already crime-infested East End. Apparently, the bandits are using stolen GCPD battering rams to force their way in.
Oh, that sounds about right for Gotham. Criminal element everywhere. Wait, he keeps the tickets of that his parents had when they died? That's a bit fucked up, man.
This evening after a break-in at City Hall. But thanks to the efforts of the Batman, the stolen items were returned.
Not
well, thanks.
Let's see what she was really after.
Oh yeah. Now time to check out that data drive, but before we do that, let's take a look around in the Batcave, shall we? Ooh, let's look at my gadgets. Ah, we got the grappling gun. I forgot when the grappling gun was really first introduced in Batman, because I don't think he was there at the beginning. I think they added it shortly after the first comics or whatever to figure out a way to get him around. It became really popular during the, I think, 80s run of Batman, if I remember correctly.
Spare grapple. Can't believe I let her take that.
Oh yeah, she did take one of his grappling guns. Huh. I wonder if we'll be able to get it back. Oh, if she figures out who we are based on that, that's going to be kind of messed up. Hopefully we don't have any incriminating evidence on it. Ooh, smoke pellets, classic.
Well, the test run at the mayor's office was a success.
Wait, that was a test run? Yeah, lucky for you, huh, Batman? God mode. Anyway, ooh, the classic Batarang.
Should see if I can refine the edge. Could be sharper.
Ooh. If that's the case, I don't want to be hit by those things. They are supposed to be basically his version of Shuriken, I mean, for all intents and purposes. Ooh, sticky
Deliver a
tasers.
jolt or knock out electricity in the area. I suppose that
yeah, used on Catwoman.
would have preferred the latter.
Haha. That pussy got burnt.
Ooh, the newest edition. Can program it to reveal trace elements in a confined space.
Interesting. Anything else here? That doesn't look like I got some notes or whatever, but nothing. We'll check the data drive here in a second. Can we check the rest of the cave out? Why not? Ooh. Let's check our fancy car, that Batmobile. What can you do with that? Examine it? Look at its cool exterior.
That's the stuff.
Yeah, well, Batman usually doesn't let a lot of things, like, make it obvious, you know, but I guess he likes the fact that his car can rev. I'm surprised there's not an option for him to do that again. Oh well. Yeah, apparently Bruce Wayne is a car guy. Although in some cases it almost makes you wonder, is it Bruce Wayne turns into Batman, or is it just, or is Bruce Wayne his main identity, or is it actually Batman?
The suit absorbed most of the damage from that gunshot. I've got to protect my back, even from the police.
Yeah, they just shoot you. Huh. It's hard to talk when you have like stuff going on in the background.
Lenses, voice modulation. Wayne Enterprises really outdid themselves with this version.
Man, would almost makes you wonder, with all this tech that he has, would he even be able to survive without his tech? You know? Yeah.
mafia families are true.
Yeah, he does keep the tickets that his parents carried when they died. And actually, I didn't see what show that was for. In most universes, they went to go see Zorro. Although the fact that Batman keeps getting modernized every time they redo him, it's hard to tell like what new show that they use to figure out like what he's into. Because like in modern time, it wouldn't be Zorro anymore. It had to be something else, right? And then if we want to watch the news, we can. It just talks about like the comings and goings of the world. Now let's read some of the newspapers while we're here. DA Dent pressure mayors to decry vigilantes. Gotham's District Attorney Harvey Dent calls upon the mayor's office to take a public stand against the wave of vigilante action sweeping the streets. Mayor Hill cannot expect the DA's office to prosecute cases on any criteria other than the law, said Dent at a City Hall press conference. Dent has taken a firm stand against vigilantism in Gotham, from the uptick in citizens-led shootings to the costume superhero, quote-unquote, Batman. Dent is currently enjoying a surge in popularity with one of the lowest criminal backlog indexes in the state. His groundbreaking Victims Assistance program was part of the platform that drove his most recent successful bid for re-election, since becoming Gotham's youngest district attorney at age 20. He's only 26? That chin does not indicate 26. And let's see, Police Lieutenant tapped to lead task force. Odd. Gotham City Police Commissioner Peter Grogan appointed Lieutenant James Gordon to lead a major task force after criminal chatter in the Gotham underworld increased to an alarming degree. In a press conference earlier today, Lieutenant Gordon insisted that we are aware of nefarious elements appearing and mobilizing en masse in our city. At present, they are unknown, but not unnoticed. We will find them. Gordon earned an honorable discharge from the USMC before joining the GCPD, and has quickly risen through the ranks. He has frequently stated that the Marine Corps made him the man he is today. Wayne Enterprises funds Arkham Asylum replacement. The charitable arm of the Wayne Enterprises, headed by Robert and Regina Zellerbach, those two old people we met during the party, has announced funding for a new mental health care facility to replace the outdated Arkham Asylum. For years, this asylum has made headlines for its inhumane approach to patient treatment and its violent, oftentimes deadly, prisoner escapes. That sounds about right for Arkham Asylum in the Batman universe, but soon that will no longer be the case. The Thomas and Martha Memorial Hospital, as it will be called, will offer a mixture of maximum security confinement with modern mental health care practices to truly heal those who are suffering. Ambitious plans are already underway to transfer current Arkham inmates as soon as construction completes and implements a critical program of rehabilitation release. Yeah, people don't have the same sense of like insanity or mental disease they do others. I think there has to be a I don't know the right option for it. There has to be a right way to like handle the insane without giving them a pass, but realizing that some things are involuntary because they have a messed up brain or something like that. But oh well, I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not even gonna touch that. But anyway, this is the codec thing. This basically tells you bits and pieces about information during the game and updates when it comes to it. So, but we'll read these now and get them out of the way, and then briefly pass over them in later because it'll highlight if more stuff's added. So, Thomas and Martha Wayne, deceased, founders of Wayne Enterprises. My parents. Dad was a physician. I don't think I could do a Troy Baker voice. I don't think I could do a Troy. My parents. Dad was a physician. Mom was a philanthropist. They worked tirelessly to help the less fortunate, setting up numerous charities and expanding their vast resources to improve the city and citizens. Murdered in attempted robbery by name as Joe Till, deceased. Apparently Joe Till is dead in this reality. Although it is weird how they gave Joe Till a name. I forgot who actually coined the name Joe Till being the killer of Thomas Martha Wayne, because I think the original idea was that they are a victim of nameless crime, just like they weren't targeted specifically other than they had money and that was it, or riches or fame or whatever, but that wasn't specifically targeting them, so that they were just a victim of violence in general. Wayne family patriarch, butler, Alfred Pennyworth. Faithful, patient, ever helpful Alfred. He's been a part of the family my whole life. He raised me when my parents were murdered and guided me when I thought I was lost. He's my butler, my confidant, and the most secret weapon in my arsenal. He complains frequently about my nightly activities, but he's still there to patch me up when I need it. I'm going to stop doing that voice because that hurts my throat. Harvey Dent, Gotham City District Attorney, mayoral candidate. A new friend and the best district attorney Gotham City has seen in his years. His political ambitions have always been as big as his ego, and now he's hoping to become mayor. He's got so many great ideas for how to save the city. I think he'll be good for Gotham, but I have to steer him down the right path to get there. He's too easily swayed by anyone with power, regardless of their murky morality. Yeah, especially with the way he just let Falcone treat him like a dog. And I respect dogs too, even though I'm not a fan of them. Hamilton Hill, mayor of Gotham City. Exhibit A in what's wrong with this city. Hill should have been thrown out of his office years ago. That sounds about right for politicians. But he's got his hands wrapped around Gotham's government in death grip. He's been suspected of numerous crimes, but there's never been enough to make it stick. He's rotten to the core, and one day the city will realize it. Harvey's out there doing his best, and hopefully this upcoming election will be the end of Hill's corrupt administration. Cat burglar. Crimes. Burglary. Petty larceny. Selena Kyle, who we don't know her actual name yet, which we will eventually. And I doubt Telltale's changing that much to the Batman mythos, because people are so adamant about certain things about Batman that people, even if they want to do different things with them, it's just, you almost have to go so crazy that people are almost like, this ain't Batman. Anyway, new criminal on the scene, tied to several recent break-ins. She's effective and doesn't leave many clues behind. Currently, the GCPD has no leads. I wish I knew more about her. And voiced by Laura Bailey in this game, apparently. James Gordon. Ah, the classic James Gordon. The guy who's always worked with Batman in every variation of the comics, yet for some reason can never completely clean the city of super criminals. Like, apparently he's just good enough, but he's not that good. You know what I mean? It kind of makes you wonder what would happen if they actually had someone else take over and actually clean up the city. Well, they did. That's the Lego Batman movie, but you have to watch that one. Anyway, Lieutenant GCPD Major Crimes Unit Associates Barbara Gordon, daughter. Oh yeah. I wonder if she'll make an appearance in this series. Well, it's hard to say. He's good, by-the-book cop in a department that doesn't trust Batman. He was recently tapped to lead the Major Crimes Task Force, an impressive promotion, as he's doing something right. I think he could be a trustworthy and reliable source of info, but I'll need to cultivate that relationship. He's a family man, so he's not willing to take necessary risks on the street. That's fine, I'll take the risks. Ooh, how tough. Vicky Vale, investigative journalist, Gotham Gazette. Quite a lovely lady. She was the main female lead in the first Batman movie. She hasn't really appeared much in the movies since. I think it's because more people are more interested in Batman, either a Batman-Catwoman relationship or a Batman Talia al Ghul. Although if you find out like the history of like Talia al Ghul and Batman, at least in current canon storyline, it's kind of messed up. But anyway, Vicky Vale, investigative journalist, Gotham Gazette, one of the Gazette's most ambitious and competent reporters. I've read her stuff. Some of it can be a bit tabloid, but her passion for the truth is undeniable. She's been with the paper for a while, covered all kinds of beats. Someone like that has the kind of access others would kill for. She might even hear more about what's going on in Gotham than I do. One day I may need to find out what she knows, if she isn't, like, sneaking into parties. Carmine Falcone, Skyline club owner, head of Falcone crime family, the worst kind of gangster, one who tries to mingle with high society. He seems to have his hands in everything, including smuggling, real estate, bribery, and fraud. I could haul him into jail, but he'd walk the next day. I could shut down one operation, but two would pop up in its place. His empire is vast and multi-layered. Finding hard, admissible evidence is required for a conviction. Or you could kill him. You could kill him, Batman. Oh wait, Batman doesn't kill. Well, except originally he killed, and then there have been various Elseworld stories where he's killed in a bare-bones situation. So he can. It's just he doesn't prefer to. Gotham City, population 10 million. This city is like a living creature. It's always growing, outward and upward. The people who live here are survivors. They have to be, and they deserve better than the corruption that infests this place. Well, apparently you're not fixing it, despite all the years we've been doing it. Arkham Asylum, established November 1921. Gotham City's only maximum security psychiatric hospital, for now. Outdated in every way, building is falling apart, equipment is antiquated, and the staff methodology leaves much to be desired. When the Thomas and Martha Wayne Memorial Hospital opens, these patients will finally get the treatment they need. Arkham Asylum was named that way based off the city of Arkham and the Cthulhu stories by H.P. Lovecraft, which the guys who created Arkham in the comics admit. So, nice little tidbit of info. Wayne Enterprises, established in 1870. Multinational corporation founded by my ancestors, covering all manners of manufacturing and finance. I inherited a majority stake from my father, but I'm not involved in the day-to-day operations. However, the R&D resources have been helpful in preserving my private interests. Oh, then. Alright, maybe we should actually get to the plot now. Woo! We're not going to get much done in this episode, are we? At least plot-wise. But, yeah, that's fine. Sometimes you have to take a slow down.
Fell off the building for this.
I did get a lot of episode in the first episode because I went a little over. Whoops. Oh well. Alright, let's check out the drive. How do we do that? Ah, the back. Oh, there we go. Data port. Fiction, where any data port plugs into anything else. Actually, most modern data can be plugged into anything almost because of USB drives and all that. Oh well. You have to have your seat come up. Come on, Bruce. Can't it just already be there? That's gotta be something if she stole it. At least something that maybe has to do with finances? I mean, she seems like a thief, just a modern hacker thief. I'm surprised they haven't updated Selena Kyle to be more of a hacker than a cat burglar.
And yet I always find you here, in a dark,
because I have no life.
Cave, in front of a computer.
I'm working.
As soon as I finish. People with regular jobs can do their work anywhere, but for me, this is my office.
I agree. It isn't normal work. Even worse,
the
best
Batman
outcome is that no one ever finds out you've done it.
Yeah, well, good deeds usually go unnoticed.
Hopefully you're not like Alfred from the movie, just tells people who I am.
Did you find out what that
like Vicky Vale,
Catwoman tried to steal?
Well, in the process.
Well, codename now. Wah, wah.
What are we looking at?
Let me try a different angle.
How can you look at data differently? Oh wait, it's fiction. You can do it however you want. And he's got holograms. Great. Ooh, rotate the hologram. Yee.
This is a map of the east side shoreline. But it could mean any number of things.
Yeah, what's the
weapons,
point?
Drugs, everything flows through that port.
Maybe it's where Mayor Hill picks up his dry cleaning.
Even hookers.
Can't make sense of
Very
it yet.
He dry cleans with
There's
coke,
still
apparently.
plenty of files to decrypt.
And in the meantime,
just stay here and watch it. Watch the percentage.
Thanks, Al.
Oh, food.
yeah, the
Batman doesn't eat.
I had to literally pry Mrs. Zeller back away. But you'll be pleased
Oh,
to
wow.
hear everyone has left, including Mr. Falcone.
Good riddance.
Before the game switched from billiards to cutthroat.
Yeah.
I'd recommend leaving the fistfights to your alter ego. Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
It was under
I
control.
had
I'm awesome.
everything under control.
It's true. I've seen you take down worse thugs.
Yeah, but
I'd
breaking their
already
fingers.
sewn you up once tonight, and I had no interest in a repeat performance. For the record,
You've been at war.
your
You can-
father
you're good with it.
despised men like Falcone, thought they ruined Gotham's stellar reputation.
Back when it still had one?
It
Yeah.
can again, Bruce.
No, it can't.
Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
I've never seen her before. Hopefully, she's just a tourist.
Now she just goes to Bloodhaven.
No, I already checked the codex.
Not
Oh, he even
much
asked me to-
find, apparently.
Few
Apparently I was ahead of you in
burglaries,
this.
break-ins. Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn
Yeah.
a thing or two from her. You can't
From
step
her?
outside without it ending up in the news lately. As Bruce or Batman.
Don't compare me to that lady.
I don't like being compared to a common criminal.
No, I think you're missing
Yeah.
the point. You have
I'm
to
better
admit
than
you've
that.
been drawing a lot of attention to yourself. And not the playboy billionaire buys new yacht kind of attention.
Well, that's
I
not the
don't
one
mean
that
to
matters.
beat a dead argument, but
No one's gonna figure it out now. Trust me.
Miss
Yeah, we're
Vale
too
noticed
smart.
your injuries, so did Mr. Dent. If they put it together with the incident at the mayor's office,
No one
it
saw
would
me get
undo
hurt
all
there.
the long nights and close calls we've endured to get here. You're in the spotlight more than ever. You have to be careful.
I'm Batman. I don't need to be careful.
I've
I've got
recovered from
covered.
mysterious injuries before.
You've been lucky.
Yeah.
Or I'm just a really good liar.
A necessary
Haha.
evil in your line of work, I suppose. Though I hope
Well, if
you
you're a billionaire,
change
sure.
careers someday. Old men worry.
Not unless I get a
That's all.
young
It's our
14-year-old
gift
ward
and
to
our curse.
cover me.
One more worry for the list.
The Harvey Dent business card. So it doesn't explain how we became friends, just that we became friends. I mean, obviously. Oz.
I thought I
Who's
saw
that?
Oz. It's been, what, 20 years? Last time I saw
Who's
him.
Oz?
We were in grade school.
Indeed.
Like
you
the
two
Wizard
were
of
thick
Oz?
as thieves.
Gross.
Oswald, however, took that role more literally than you.
Oswald. Wait, is his last name Cobblepot?
Dishonorable
Ah!
discharge, illegal boxing matches, arms dealing, prison stints.
That's a criminal grand slam, if I'm using the expression correctly.
Unfortunately,
No,
you
you're
are.
not.
Oswald
Oh,
claimed
man.
he only wanted to catch up, but his behavior following his family's collapse is troubling. Why he's returning now, I haven't the faintest idea.
Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence.
Do you think he might know something about the break-in? This Catwoman shows up around the same time Oswald comes back to town. Might not be a coincidence.
That's a
Oswald's
strong
crimes,
coincidence,
numerous they may be, are on a much smaller scale than robbing City Hall.
Well, he was always trouble growing up, but it's the fun kind of trouble.
You both
Gross.
were. Even though you and young
Really?
Master Cobblepot used to be close.
Wait,
I
that's the
advise you to be
penguin?
cautious. But I know you can't abandon a good mystery until it's solved.
I'll be careful.
No.
Alfred. When
He's
you
got
see
hard
what's
on for
become
that.
Of this park, I think you will.
So that's supposed to be Oswald Cobblepot Penguin? He doesn't look like the penguin. He's not short and scampy and like has a long nose. What are you up to, Telltale Games? Well, I don't know what we're up to. We'll find out in the next episode of Batman, the Telltale Series, as we talk to Oswald Cobblepot and see what he's doing in town. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.